problems with our civil and public servants with the issue of pension. But today, we are not owing pension to our civil servants. So it is the government that is losing in not enacting the pension law. And I know that all over the country, the take-home of workers is not good enough. And let Ebonyians also understand the fundamental problems we have. Some of the things we are struggling for as a state are the things we left behind in Anambra State, in Enugu State, in Imo State, in Abia State. We, like when we were created, people that came into a desert, criminally and badly marginalized. And so we started afresh, and we started everything afresh. Like all the properties we have, or we had in these 4 states, they are source of IGR to these states. And that's why our IGR remains very meager, and those of other states we came from remain very, very fat. That's notwithstanding. It was Joseph that said to his brother that God sent him at a time like this to preserve life for you. And therefore, the plans we have for these 3 categories of our workers in Ebonyi State is that we are making very gigantic efforts towards ending the last tranche of our Paris Club. And so this will happen hopefully in the month of May by the special grace of God. When this happens, I promise these 3 categories of workers that government will pay their own share of the pension law. Yes, sir. And we also the issue of gratuity. When we came on board, civil servants that toiled day and night at the curation of the state will not pay their gratuity. And so gratuity was about 95% unpaid until we came on board. Unfortunately, when oil was $140 per barrel, the past administration did not pay gratuity to the workers. However, we have been able to clear 40% of all gratuity from the inception of the state to date. Of the local government 30%. But the remaining 10% for local governments must be completed on or before the 15th of next month. The request for the balance is in the character of my children to always demand, but we have noted it.
Thank you, sir.
The issue of co-head salaries for the local government workers, some of them that are agitating. Let us say the obvious. These workers, some of them are said to be cemetery workers. Do we have cemetery anywhere in Ebonyi State? And they were never employed for cemetery work. Some of them were dubiously converted to cemetery workers. And so, what is your certificate qualification for that course and commerce you are asking for? Let us therefore be very reasonable. If you were dubiously converted to cemetery worker and we have no cemetery, we can rightly convert you back to what you have. And that is the position of the issue of course and commerce at the local government level. training of secretarial and allied staff. I should rather ask every worker in Ebonyi State to become computer literate. Yes, sir. This is very important. Time is gone where we are dealing with typewriters. We are now in ICT time. So let everybody go and learn ICT, and this will assist us. Digital. Which one is responsibility allowance? We are all responsible now. And the allowance should be paid. There will be no further recruitment of workers until at least the workers of Ebonyi State, their welfare and salaries are things that we can take home. Same with other states in our federation. But let me appreciate you workers. I don't expect 100% of the workers to like the governor. But definitely, it was Elijah that complained, said that the armies had come over him, no, the servants. And Elijah told the servant, he said, God open his eyes that he may know that those who are with us are much greater than those who are against us. What we must resist as a people is to play politics with our future. What we must resist as a people is to say that bad is good. From next week, we are going to roll out the status of the state, how we made it. Because it's very easy to forget. It's very easy to forget where we are coming from. It's very easy to forget all that God has done for us in these past 3 years. But I want you to be patient as we roll out the status of the state as we made it. And I want you to know that we have empowered over 10,000 brothers and sisters of Ebonyi State with a minimum of 250,000. What is very important to me as an apostle of this new state of Ebonyi is the future of this state. What is important to me is that we come a point of realization that we understand, like Jacob said, that God was there and he knew it not. That will not be our portion. God bless you. Happy Workers' Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, I invite Comrade Chukwumonwe for vote of thanks 1 minute.